Hello everyone, today we're going to take a step back from Comorat. We're going to be working on the language hub that we said we're going to be working on. I need to add docs. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the docs link, either here or here, who knows, we'll decide about it. So this project is built with Astro. So this page you're seeing is this page, this index.astro page. It's just here. Some of the stuff is hard-coded. I don't know how to do it yet. We're going to do it, but right now, our focus right now is docs. So let me walk you through this project a bit. This is an Astro project, specifically Astro v4. This is intentional. This is not a mistake. I know Astro v7 is out. I don't want to use it. I have my reasons. So I'm going to mention that at the top of the docs page, like this project uses Astro v4. This is not a mistake. Any pull request to update the version will be blocked, will be rejected. So anyway, this is Astro v4, and it uses content collections, Astro's way of dealing with content, which, like I said before in not my first video, like the video I posted like some weeks ago, this project was initially built with Next.js, and dealing with markdown in Next.js was a task. Astro makes that simpler with the content collections. And in order to work with content collections in Astro, you need this, specifically v4 and backwards, you need this config file in the content folder that defines all of the metadata fields you need for the markdown files in your content folder. So for me, it's here. It's title, description, topic, which is optional, part, and live. Live is important such that I can add a markdown file, make it live false, and then you can just live there. I can commit it and then decide later on when I'm done working with it that it can now be pushed and made visible to the public. The basic structure of this is here. So you see here I didn't put topic because topic is not necessary, but title, description, and part usually are necessary for ordering and things. Yeah, so these are necessary, because if you were to create a markdown file in the content folder and you don't have these fields, it would error out and tell you, yeah, you're missing certain fields, which is kind of nice of Astro. Now going on to the page, right, come here. If I were to click, say, Swahili, what it leads me to is to Swahili/basics, which is this path segment we have here, Swahili basics, right? And the way we do that is with the get static paths method of Astro, and that is found here. You see, it's a double dynamic segment because both the first part of the URL needs to be dynamic as well as the second part needs to be dynamic. So that's what we have here. So let me run down through this code a bit for you guys. Let's go back to the top. Okay, this one is not important right now. So what we need initially for any dynamic route in Astro, most other dynamic languages, is a get static path or method that does that. It's different for Next, which I use, and it's different a bit for Laravel as well, but then we're not dealing with that. So you get a get static paths, we create a variable called learn paths, and we get the collection of learn, which is this entire folder. Now, because it's a nested folder, we need to do a bit more, but right now we just make sure that all of the things we get are live, data.live. We don't want anything that isn't set live. Then from that, we now return two params. We return the learn path, which is Swahili, as well as the slug, which is basics. So those are the two things we return because we need to use them in the URL to build each particular page for the file. That's what we return here, and the entry. Then at the end of it, we return the learn paths that we created here, and then we return the entry, which we returned here, and the content and headings, which we need to render. Headings are needed to render this guy in the side here, which I'm very proud of. Okay, which one can I show you that has, I think, a Russian as a more intricate one? If we're to come here, right, see here, if we go here, it's a nice little quality of life thingy that you can do. This changes depending whether you're on mobile or on desktop. Now, to render this sidebar, what we need is here. The sidebar is menu. It's found it's generated using this menu variable, but this menu needs to call this get menu from collection, which is this function that is up here. I need to extract this. I need to follow build extract refactor because this is a big function. It has no business being in here, but then that's for later. Focus. So here we do menu from collection. We do the same thing. We get the collection, the collection learn. We need the slug and the data, and we make sure that it starts with the learn path, which is Swahili, Russian, French, Mandarin, whatever it is, and we make sure that it is live. See, the same check we did in get static paths. Then what we do, we're gonna group each lesson by the name and get the lowest part number for each of them. That's the lesson path. So we make a new map. Right now it's empty. So for all of the entries, we're going to see all of the entries which we made here. We're going to, for each, all of them, and we're going to get the lesson name, which is entry data slug dot split by the slash, and the first one, which is now basics, vowel reduction, whatnot, which is here. This one, that's the, where is it? Come here. We're going to get this part. This is the part that we want, because that's the part that's going to be rendered here. And what we're going to do now, we're just going to keep that. Then for the part itself, we're going to say if the type of the part is a string, right, we're going to pass it to an integer, and then we're going to get data entry and then the part and then 10. Why 10? Because if I don't do this, the ordering of everything becomes weird, especially when you get to like 10. Because if we do 10, it will now do 1, it does 10, then it does 2, 3, 4, 5. It's weird. So we need to do this. Otherwise, the entry data part is equal to 1. Now, if the lesson map, this one, has the lesson name, this one, or the lesson map, right, and we get the lesson name and the part is greater than the current part that's here, then the name is equal to the lesson name that we pulled up from here, and the title is equal to entry data.title, which is returned from our get collection, and the part is equal to the part that's right here. Then that's the function. Then within it, right, we're going to return an array, then from the lesson map.values, which we did here, this one, from the values, we're going to sort them A, B, so from the start, by the part from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so everything is in order. Then we're going to return the item. Then from the item, we're going to build the slug, right, right here, because right now with how I created these files, as you can see, let's go to Russian specifically, right, it's vowel dash reduction, so we need to split it by this, right, and then we're going to map the word and the chart at 0. We're going to make it uppercase because we need this one to make it uppercase, the character 0, make it uppercase. Right, once we've done that, then we're going to slice it at 1, then we're going to join with a space. It's a complicated function, but yeah, it needs to be taken out, something fierce. And then that's what we return now, because we need this. So this, instead of having it as vowel dash consonants, it's displayed as vowel consonants, and it looks nicer. Now, see, this is this function. Let's collapse it for now. So that's what this menu thing happens. Menu thing is created from the learn path. And what we do with it is we push it into the lang sidebar. And the lang sidebar takes the learn path as well as the menu. Let's go inside. So it gets these two things. Please stop this. We get the learn path and the menu. Astro.props. Then we normalize. We replace. This is I don't know regex. I asked someone for the regex to normalize it. Then these are just my styles. These are not important. And this is the H3, the learn path, which is here, Russian path, learn path, which is what we've gotten from the first part of the URL segment. And then underneath, we then map through the menu items. Each item, we give it a cleaned menu item. We replace that, right? So the reason we're doing this is so we match for the highlighting. So we need to clean the menu item. We're replacing every single / with a dash, and the path is now equal to the learn path. Learn path / cleaned menu item, 2 lowercase, and then 2 lowercase is just a JavaScript function. Then is current is equal to normalized path, which is the function we made here. Yes, this one with the regex, and then is equal to normalized path name, right? Then return the list item with an anchor, which has the href of the learn path, which is Russian. Cleaned menu item, which is vowel reduction, because we need to put this back. We need to actually put this back where, yeah, we need to replace this with this, so that way when we hover over here, it is correctly Russian / possessive, or Russian / verbs, or French / what have you, because we did that. And then is current. Okay, so that does that. Then this is just checking if it's active or it's active, and that's just all for it for this sidebar. Then finally, this top navigation. I think I hard coded a bunch of this stuff. I'll just go and see where it is. It is up here. This just takes the learn path. We come here, the top nav. It gets the path from astroprops, path name from the dynamic route function. All entries, we go for each of them. Here we're just mapping over them. We don't want to do anything that it's sort of the same thing as what we did with sidebar to some extent, because we also need it to be capitalized, and then instead of it clicking into Russian, it goes into Russian basics, it goes into French basics, because we need to directly go to the first item within the folder. So that's why we need to do all of this. Probably there's a better way to do this, or what have you. I don't know. This works, and to me, if it works, it's fine. I'm not going to try and finagle it to work any worse. Okay, I think I've ran through most of the important parts of this code. Yes, so now, where are my to-dos? I have a to-do document here that we need to work with. Adding docs, this is one. Okay. We need to add, because I'm running Astro v4, I need to add a specific version of Starlight docs. Okay. So, is this one, or is this, don't I have another one? This is the correct one. This is the correct one, actually. This is the information I need. That being said, let's actually move to the folder. Oh, say this is my wrong terminal. Bear with me. Let's open another one. The language hub. Start first. Let's see. Let me just show you the development version. See, it's telling me I don't care. I don't care it's available. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. Okay, so now we're going to close the live version, and we're now going to be working on this version. So what I need to do first is, actually, let me stop this development server and grab this guy. Stop this dev server. Let's clear my terminal, paste that. Don't die, please. Don't die on me. I beg of you, don't die on me. Ne mort pour moi. Okay, that's been added. So I need to now add it to my astro config here. My integrations. Let me check how I actually do that properly. There's my to do. Config astro config. It needs to be integration starlight title. Okay. Okay, so it needs to be starlight. Starlight here. Collapse this and we close this. Let me open this on the side so I can confirm this stuff. Then I need to create an object, make it title, language hub docs. That's fine, thank you. Root base path, because I just wanted to be a path on my site, not like a docs dot whatnot. I don't want to be creating subdomains or whatnot. I just want to use what I have here. Root base path docs, which is fine. I think that's okay. Then we need to define a content collection for it. That's the next thing we do. So this part is fine. Let's come here. Let's define the collection. Collapse this. Come here. Okay, I should actually have. Okay, let's split it. Collapse you. Come back here. Doc schema. Okay, so this one needs a different one. So I need to import docs schema from Astro Starlight docs. This is correct. This is the one I have already. I don't need this one. I need this guy. That's all. We don't need to do anything else. Okay, so now we go docs. Let's go to define collection schema. doc schema. I think that's it. This is a function to go to Starlight Docs and check what I need to do with it afterwards to make it work. I need to create a folder. I'm thinking in my let's go to Starlight Docs. Actually, let me stop doing this and let's go to Starlight Docs and check how we get the files working. Nope. Starlight Docs. Okay. Getting started. I've already installed it. Quick start. No, I don't want add authoring content in markdown. Manual setup is what I did. I think I did that. Added that. Configure content collections. We do doc schema, which is what I did. So this one is working with new things. I hope. Add content. So this is content docs index.md. Okay, let's try that. Let's go. Content profile docs index.md. Is that it? Let's go. Welcome to the docs. Okay, is that all? Okay, let me just copy this. I will rename it in a little bit. Boom that. Oh god, I didn't put the fences. 1, 2, 3, come down there. Thank you. The next, what tips for as a subpath to startup pages as a subpath, please. If you have an existing Astro project, you can use Starlight to quickly add the documentation section to your site. That's what I want to do. To add all Starlight pages to subpath, place all your docs content inside the subdirectory of content docs. For example, Starlight pages start with guides and your content should be content docs guides. Okay, that makes sense. I don't need all of that. I don't need with SSR. But how do we go to the page now? Interesting. Let's come here to pages. Starlight generates your citation based on your content with the flexible options. Okay. Oh, so the markdown files are the pages. Okay, let's go test that out. Let's hope it works, guys. Dev, look, that's correct. That's incorrect. That's so wrong. That is very, very wrong. What is wrong? Evaluating system mode. Install it is not defined. It's there. Did I spell it wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I not import it? Did I not import Starlight correctly? I think I did not import Starlight correctly. Did I not? I think I did not. Yeah, I didn't. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Yes, I am. Where is the config? Here's the guy. Boom. Can we go again? Again. Okay, so what's the issue? Invalid config pass to Starlight integration and unrecognized keys are spelling is important. Root base path. See, this is why I usually turn off what's it called when I'm doing things. But anyway, one more time. Again. Okay, invalid config. Root base path. That doesn't exist anymore. Are you sure? Huh. Okay, let's remove it for now. Fine, let's search the docs. nothing of the kind. Okay, let's, what if I took this out for now? Did that do anything? Okay. Let's see. Reload. Of course, there's a type error. I thought as much. Because there needs to be a way that I can tell it to okay, so that's not correct. That's fine. If you have an existing project, you can use it. Okay. Is this what they mean? But how? Set this up. Is this what they mean? There needs to be. I don't need SSR. Okay, let's try and do what they wanted. Since this is giving me errors, let's stop this. Stop this for now, and let's put it in guides and see if that changes anything. New file. Guides. And I move you into there. Will that change anything? Please work. I beg of you, please work. Anything? Do we have life? Okay, what's going on here? Okay, same issue. It starts with it's not a function. Where is this coming from? Where is it coming from? That is very, very strange. I just also there's not a function from where? Where is this coming from? Some stuff Starlight does on its own, isn't it? I think it is. Open an editor. I don't know, could this be a reason because I'm using an older version of the thing? Can I see package.json? Install that version 0.3. That's not what I installed. Yes, I swear, Astro, I swear. See, I had this exact same problem when I tried to create a new what's it called? What do you call this? A new template, a new Astro template, where they installed the newer version of the thing I wanted, in 3.2. It is 3.2, which is correct. Let's see the other one, adding docs. Is it 3.2? It actually needs to be 2.9.2. My bad. 2.9.2. Save. Then we need to install again. I don't care, bitch. Okay, see that's a bitter error. That's a bitter error. Where is the collection schema? Let's close this. What do you mean it doesn't match the collection schema? What is the collection schema? Don't know what the collection schema is. Did I not save this file? This is the issue. Are you done? Have you boomed correctly? So if we were to go to /docs/guides, doing that, we don't have that. Interesting. So what's the path? Interesting. Or maybe now my root base path now works. Possibly. Let's check. Let's check if now my root base path thingy works. Now that I've bumped it back down. Not you, astro config. Can you come this side, astro config? Just for a second, for a small second. Root base path docs. Boom. Is that correct? That's fine. Don't need 11T. Base, maybe base. It's called base. Start with base, then I'll come back to root base path. So I'm not sure in my research which was the correct one, which was the more recent one that's required. Let's try. Oh my god, that's so wrong. What do you mean it doesn't work? That's so weird. The main thing is this doesn't help me in any way. Well, that's adding the content. I need like the rendering. The rendering of them is what I'm more interested in than this. This is not as important to me. Overriding components, no. Configuration reference, maybe here. Title, request, description, logo, use link, add a link, custom sources, markdown, preventer, head, disable plugins, configure load, schema, disable pagination, page find. That's not it. This is 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 also not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. Root data reference, maybe this guy. Sidebar, that's not correct. Starlight route directory, maybe. Starlight route object has the following properties: directory, page routing direction, language, locale, site title, ID is fallback, entry, no, sidebar type, nope, pagination, last update head, find route middleware, which makes no sense. Okay, so this one failed, of course. Let's try root base path. That was in this to do. Try this guy. Save. One more try. Again. Okay. Okay. Let's go and ask Google. Astro Starlight Docs. That's not helpful. I came from here. I came from this page. Content pages, add pages, custom pages, type safe, file formats. That's not helpful. This does not do what I want. Anchor hidden component. This is not useful. I came from here. You know what? How long have we been at this? I'm not sure how long we've been at this. I need to go outside a bit. I'm gonna be back to deal with the rest of this. Thank you guys for suffering with me. We shall suffer a bit more when I figure this out. Yeah, that's all. Bye.